bench for Chicago.
Nice screen set to get Rebecca Allen open as well. Howard got caught up for a second on it. That's all the space Allen needs.
Mitchell gets it out to Boston. Here's Clark around the screen as it knocked away by Williams.
Elizabeth Williams has deceivingly long arms, and she's gotten Caitlin Clark a couple times as a result.
Clark knocks that out of bounds. Stays here with Chicago.
Surprisingly long arms, deceivingly. They both work, right?
No, they both work. An unexpected wingspan you could have gone with?
I could have.
Do you need more phrases for this?
If I do, I will come to you.
I think it's been exhausted, Rebecca. Here's Clark on the rebound.
Ooh.
Clark working behind Howard, wanted her to roll, and a foul called on Nurse.
Well, Howard was creating some contact on Nurse, trying to give Caitlin Clark some room to maneuver. The officials didn't call it, and then they get Kia with the retaliation.
Chicago shooting just 26% as Clark thought Mitchell was breaking to the hoop and threw it out of bounds.
Well, she saw how wide open it was towards the basket, so that's where she led her. Caitlin Clark talked about how his first few games might be a little choppy for her and her team on the offensive end. I think that was a good example of it.
Yes, and that was something that Stephanie White was talking with us about as well. Just curious about how they're going to look offensively, making everything fit together. A lot of new key pieces as Nurse able to squeeze it in.
A great job by Kia Nurse, who has the size advantage.
Clark down court, found Hull
in the post on Caitlin Clark.
And then Hull throws it away. So Indiana, who had mostly kept the turnovers in track, have 4 now over the last 3 or 4 minutes.
Kia Nurse is a big, strong guard and knows that she has the strength advantage on Caitlin, but also that Caitlin has 2 fouls.
Vandersloot can't cup it in. Boston the rebound. Gets it into the arms of Clark. 7 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists for Clark, who's also been credited with 3 blocks. Mitchell overcooked it. Boston the putback, plus the foul. And a chance for 3 for AB.
Aaliyah Boston had amazing position. As soon as a shot went up, she knew she was right where she needed to be for when the ball comes off. As soon as it goes up, look at her. Just holds position, knowing that the ball, if it misses, is probably going to be long. All of her work done before the ball got in her hands.
Boston with 8 in the quarter as she misses the free throw. Has the last 6 Indiana points. 10-point Fever lead. Here's Vandersloot. Into the corner, Onyenwere. Allen with 5 to shoot.
Good defense. Good defense. Come on.
Clark eyes up, 2-for-1 opportunity for Indiana, and a foul there on Onyenwere will send Caitlin Clark to the line. Coming up, WNBA halftime presented by State Farm. Malika Andrews, Carolyn Peck, Monica McKnight with first half reactions. All that and more coming up on the WNBA halftime presented by State Farm.
What we just saw on the defensive end for the Indiana Fever, and we've been talking a lot about Natasha Howard and her value to the team, is as the fourth player, her ability to switch seamlessly out onto guards. And that's what we saw the last possession on a screen. It resulted in a turnover for the Chicago Sky, but she's going to bring a lot of value to this team on both ends of the floor at the 4 position.
Bro, those TVs are so fire. She's rocking. Oh, my God.
Championship teams. Started her career in Indiana. Spent her first 2 years here. Then was
Yvette
with
Peters.
Minnesota, 3
Shout
years
out
in
to
Seattle.
you. Welcome to the chat.
2 titles, 2 years with the Liberty, 2 with Dallas, and now back in Indiana.
God.
Nice
Who
runner
is that?
there. That drops in for Allen, and a whistle.
Lizzie Allen's going crazy, huh? How many points did she have?
Game?
A little clock issue.
Only had 7 points. Never mind.
0.6 of a second dripped off that shouldn't have. It was a solid guess
Come on,
by you,
CC.
though, partner.
Turn me up.
Shot clock turned off. Here's Clark, 4 seconds left. Clark fires.
Let's go, CC! Let's go, CC! Come on!
Clark drills the 3
Let's go!
and the second.
screen
Let's
set
go.
by Aaliyah Boston. That's a tough shot. Kia Nurse right there to
Big time
contest
shot.
it.
Let's go,
Simply
Caitlin.
doesn't matter.
Clark, 12 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 3 blocks in that first half. And a lot of communication afterwards. Aaliyah Boston, a huge second quarter is with Holly Rowe.
Well, Aaliyah, your coach, Stephanie White, wants you guys to read and react. What did you start reading in that second quarter? Because you reacted with 8 straight.
I'm just reading how they're playing me. I think our guard's getting a lot of attention on ball screens, so just be
playing very
confident
well
enough
right
to
now.
take
I
my
like
jumper.
Talking about ball
We can clean it
screens,
up a little bit, but we got the lead going into the half.
Caitlin Clark,
We have
there's
13.
chemistry and timing there. How have you two developed that so well?
It's over time. When you practice and you work on it, you're able to get better at it.
Your rebounding has been phenomenal also. 5 rebounds for you. I know that was a big concern for Stephanie White today. How have you been able to dominate there?
Just putting my body on their post. Camilla's a great rebounder, so is Angel. So for me, just box out even if I don't get it.
I love it.
Speaking of Camilla, that is a tough matchup for you defensively. You've had to go get her, but you've done well limiting her scoring right now.
Shout out to you for the super chat, man. Much love.
Making every shot
hard. Thank you for supporting, man.
Obviously, she's taller than me, and she does a great job finishing. So for me, it's just making her thinking about me versus making shots.
From Brooklyn.
Okay, I see prizes here. This is a South Carolina reunion, but it's not that friendly on the court. Who should he be cheering for right now?
No, we gotta let Caitlin be Caitlin.
He's at Gamebridge Fieldhouse. Go Fever.
Gotta let Caitlin be Caitlin, man. Sure.
All right, thank you, Aaliyah.
We're going to go over some stats right now. Let me just get a drink real quick, and we're going to go over some stats.
In the quarter, Caitlin Clark, 12 in the half. Indiana, 13-point lead over Chicago. Stay tuned for the WNBA halftime presented by State Farm. Malika, Monica, and Carolyn coming up after these messages.
The WNBA on ABC, presented by Google, is brought to you by Ally, proud banking partner of the WNBA. And
went into the half. That's what I like to see.
Trusted advisor to the WNBA.
That's what I like to see, man. Turn this down for you guys.
It's important to be authentic for yourself and just be who you want to be.
What you guys thinking, man? Let's go, chat. Smash that like button.
What you guys thinking, man? I just want to be confident in it.
I'm going to listen to your guys' take, and I'm going to give you guys my take on the game.
To success.
I try to be fierce in everything that I do.
Self-expression is the ultimate sign of self-love.
I think we're looking good right now.
Whatever I'm doing, I just want to
We're
be
up
myself.
13 points going into the half.
People are going to hate you regardless
Obviously, there's some things that we're going to have to work on. Some communication things, just getting used to each other, getting the timing down. Obviously, some of the passes from Caitlin Clark on the out.
Because it makes you feel.
Out leaks and things like that. We'll get it.
Or act.
But as far as what I'm seeing right now,
from the simple
we're playing fast.
to the
and when
complex,
we play fast, we're going to have
down the block,
turnovers.
or across the globe.
If we're playing fast and we're being intentional, like Coach Stephanie White said,
our imagery reflects the world as it is.
Right, they're up 13.
And lets us imagine how we want it to be.
I guess sloppy play we're seeing from Indiana. They're still up 13 points. Do I see positive things? Of course. Our defense looks great. We're forcing turnovers.
You know, if you want to check two bags
but as far as the offensive end,
probably have a United
we're playing pretty fast.
Thanks, pal.
But girls just, kind of getting used to each other still. Some of these passes. That's the only thing I'm, seeing. As far as the shot selection, I think the shot selection is there. I think we're moving the ball. I don't think anybody's being selfish. And I like the communication I'm seeing as well. Barney needs more touches. She's not involved. Yes, I agree. I 100% agree. Juana Bonner has only had one touch of the game, and she's 1 for 1 shooting 100% from the field. You're absolutely right. Juana Bonner needs some more touches, 100%. So I expect her to get inserted into this offense in the second half. I think they're going to look at the stat sheet, and they're going to look at Juana Bonner in 13 minutes. Only has 1 touch. So I expect her to have 5, 6 touches next half. You know, I expect her to finish around 8-10 points this game and
the official sports book of ESPN.
Well, right?
Sign up today and receive $100 in bonus bets when you make your first $10 bet.
Sydney Colson came in the game, and she brought that defensive presence, bro. I'm not going to lie, man. She didn't score, but what I saw from defense from Sydney Colson, this is somebody we need. We need that off the bench. Coming in, trying to pick the pocket. I like that. Juana Bonner had a nice steal on Angel Reese. Went and scored that layup. That was nice right there. AB's playing pretty damn well, man. 8 points for AB, shooting 57% from the field, right? With 6 rebounds, no turnovers.
This copyrighted telecast of WNBA Enterprises may not be
minus,
retransmitted, reproduced, rebroadcast, or otherwise used in any form without the express written consent of WNBA Enterprises.
She's playing very well, too. 4 for 7 from the field, 57% from the field,
Welcome
10 points.
WNBA halftime,
But
presented
some
by
of her touches
State
around the
Farm.
rim, I think that she could really just slow down just a little bit. It should be fine, man. But I like what she's doing right now. I think she's going to have 17 points this game. 17 points for Natasha Howard, easy. Kelsey Mitchell, she looks bouncy out there. Kelsey Mitchell looked like she's ready to get going, man. So I like what I saw from her. She's being real. Just let the game come to her. She understands that she can get loose and create her own shot at any given time.
Well, I'm glad to have her, Mike.
In 16 minutes, 3 for 6 from the field, shooting 50% with 9 points. I'll take it, man.
And she feels comfortable in
TV
talking.
broadcast.
But you can tell already that she's gotten that strength
why is
in
this
the
on?
offseason.
Yo, my bad. I'm not sure why the broadcast was on. That's crazy. Thank you for letting me know, bro. I'm not sure why I had that on. That's crazy. Man, I kind of want to start over. I don't even know if you guys heard me or not. That's crazy. So we'll just keep going right here. So Lexi Hall, she came off the bench. She brought that defensive energy as well. 2 for 5 from the field, gave us 4 points. I like that from her, shooting 40% from the field. Caitlin Clark, 3 for 9 from the field. I see her, trying to get the crowd involved with some of the threes early in the shot clock. I don't mind it. They're up 13 points, like I said. She's 4 for 4 from the free throw line. She's shooting 33% from the field. She can clean it up just a little bit, but when we look at the stat sheet, she's filling it up, man. She's got 4 rebounds, 3 assists. She's got 12 points. She got 1 steal. So she's filling up that stat sheet 100%. Bree Turner, she came in. She did okay. She's got to make that reverse layup, though. That was big time. That would have got the crowd jumping in there. Damiris Dantas, she came in for a little bit. She didn't do much, but I think she will in the second half. And I expect Tim, if we're up 20, she's going to come in the second half and play as well, right? Now, as for the Chicago Sky, Rebecca Allen's playing pretty well, in my opinion. She's hitting the timely shots. She's kind of keeping them in the game as far as, not letting it become such a blowout. She's just hitting timely shots for them. Kia Nurse, she's playing okay, giving us, 4 points, 14 minutes. Angel Reese, slow down just a little bit, man. I don't like how they're running her at the point. Not a good fit. Camila Cordoso, slow down. You're much better than that. Although we're playing some pretty damn good defense, I'm not going to lie. So that's what I got on the Chicago Sky. Not seeing a Haley Van Lith out there. Like I said, positives, negatives, all that matters is we're winning the game, man. So, like I said, give me some feedback. I'm live. I'm in the chat, man. Bonner picked Reese clean. Reese turned it over 3 times. Yeah, nah, she's not a point guard, man. I think Reese has 3 turnovers already. So definitely not a point guard. She's got to get the ball in her hand, for sure. And I understand Haley's not playing, but still, you have Ariel Atkins who could dribble the ball, Courtney Vandersloot who could dribble the ball, Kia Nurse who could dribble the ball. Get the ball out of her hands. Get the ball out of her hands, man. We don't have anybody in the minus on our team. Nobody. Chicago Sky's whole team is in the negative. Not good. What else is going on, man? Talk to the boy. Yeah, Bonner, man, 13 minutes, only 1 touch. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Yeah, Haley's injured, huh? Okay. I think Kelsey Mitchell's going to finish with 19, 22 points. I'll say that. I think she's going to finish with 22 points. I think DB's going to finish with 12. Natasha Howard finishes with 17. Aaliyah Boston finishes with 15. Caitlin Clark finishes with 22. 24 maybe. Lexi Hall finishes with 9. Bree Turner finishes with 3. Sydney Colson finishes with 4. Dantas, I think she's going to come in late in the game and finish with 5. And if Tim gets in, I think she will finish with 3. Okay. I think the Indiana Fever put up 90 plus points easy. And I think we hold the Chicago Sky to under 65 points. So let me know how that sounds. By the way, if you guys pulled up, man, this is the first live on this channel. Welcome. Make sure you guys hit that like button, man. First live on the channel. So you guys are special, man. I feel well connected with the chat right now. I usually go live on Twitch. So if you guys haven't, maybe I'll leave the link to my Twitch. But I'm live over there pretty much all the time. The hell is Sabuya?
Stars.
Look at that.
It's game on.
The luckiest spinner in the history of this show.
Because I'm very popular.
Celebrity Wheel of Fortune, new Tuesday and Wednesday on ABC.
Welcome back to the quarterfinals, where the stakes remain as high as ever.
Oh, they beat up
of you
the
will
Pacers
guarantee the
fan.
top spot on the leaderboard. What do you think about that?
they
We'll
do
start
that.
at 0. Jeopardy Masters, Tuesday and Wednesday, 9/8 Central on ABC.
And you can get up points over the hype. Before the game, the New York Liberty being honored with their 2024 rings and championship banner a little bit earlier today. Let's pick this game up in the second quarter. Just over a minute left. New York leads 38-27. Natasha Cloud passes to Brianna Stewart. A huge acquisition here for New York coach.
The biggest thing that New York was able to take advantage of was mismatches, that switching of the Las Vegas Aces.
35 seconds remaining here.
LeBron showing love to the GOAT.
Wilson, man, the tough finish.
Love it.
Asia Wilson's on top. She still is going to be a problem in this league.
And she cannot be stopped. However, neither can Cloud. Going to work here for New York. Once again, the Liberty dishing it off inside to John Paul Jones, who's there for the layup. And then a minute later here, New York leads by 9. It's Cloud.
Let's go over the pregame fits, man. This is something I like to do. I like to go over the pregame fits, too.
Welcome to New York.
Did they drop them? Anybody know if they dropped the pregame fits?
First dub in Barclays Center.
Man, y'all have always shown me love no matter where I've been, so I just feel like New York happened at the right place. This is God's timing for me to be here with y'all.
One thing that Stewie said is she wanted to send a message in this first game of the season. What do you think that message was with the win today?
He said, call me 12.
You got me too now. You disrespecting
Man, we protecting this court, we protecting that ring, and we know we got that target on our back.
Period. Thanks, Tosh.
Being a leader, Caitlin, I love it.
Okay, so she said,
make sure you let her know it's okay, man.
There is something about basketball in New York. Did you hear the roar from the Barclays Center crowd when Christine Williams said, congratulations on your first win with the Liberty? But she has brought a new dimension here.
Man,
we talked
can we
about
get back to the game? I do not want to hear Malik Andrews talking for 40 minutes,
bringing to this New York team.
What do we constantly say in the makeup room while we were watching the game? Natasha Cloud is going to be a problem.
Absolutely.
And the thing about it is, when you can start your defense with that kind of tenacity, it just spreads to the rest of the team. And I think that's the area New York has got to stay crisp with if they want to repeat.
I will add, though, too, 2 teams ago, when Natasha Cloud was a champion in her own right with the Washington Mystics, she also brings a pedigree that only adds to the culture that they are continuing to build. Yes, she will defend. Yes, she's going to pass the rock, but she also brings the right attitude to that locker room.
We have about 15 seconds before we got to go to break, but we've got to get to Asia Wilson.
What did you see from her coach?
Well, Asia Wilson is that dog. Okay. She did everything she could. She tried to put that team on her back, but she's got to get some help.
No, definitely not. Definitely not a real
she's got to find a way to fit.
Yeah, 2 for
not
10.
That's why I kind of was like, I don't want this to be the first game.
The Aces are going to, maybe it's a little bit of a slow burn that they're going to get going a little bit here, but it's the Liberty that get the win on their ring celebration day here. Angel Reese, 7 points here in the first half. Second half coming at you from Indiana after this.
This halftime is presented by State Farm.
Are these the new Kobe's? They're custom, so you won't get them.
Hey, Meta.
Those are tough.
Play my gallery music. Hey, Meta. Tell me about this artist.
Urs Fisher is known for his unconventional work.
Should we touch it?
I'm weak.
Hold it like that. Hey, Meta.
Those are super tough, man.
Film this.
Yeah, Plum was balling, man. Plum was balling. 37 points for her. That's big time.
Oh, no.
That's big time.
Hey, Meta, delete that video.
I love playing basketball. I love playing basketball.
Yeah, Kelsey, you should have cut to the basket on
Or
that.
have a shooting basket. I'm getting there.
Even though that probably wasn't the play.
I'll gain confidence.
But they did have them mixed up.
I'll play hard, but fair.
I'll stay physically and mentally fit.
It's all good. We're getting all that stuff worked out.
Anywhere. And most importantly, most importantly, I'll have fun.
You might be in love with elimination games. You might believe in comeback stories. You might have faith in your star. All that matters now is this one game. Jets, Stars.
Guys, the post-game live is going to be on the Pope's channel.
This painting
Let me go ahead and let you guys know now for those that don't see it.
Gift of the Duchess of York.
1845? Oh, wow. Great year for water. Yeah, that's when Poland Spring first came onto the scene. If you look closely, you'll see that's not just any water. That's natural spring water sourced in Maine. A masterpiece that only Mother Nature could make.
Be right back.
Who wants a water break? Poland Spring, naturally crisp, naturally Maine. Art makes me thirsty, right? You get it.
Dad? How'd you recognize me? I want to see what the team really thinks about their boss, so I'm undercover as a salesperson.
In that case, why don't you move some cars around the back parking lot?
None of your life.
Shop Us Last is brought to you by Commonwealth Motors. Shop Us Last. You'll love us.
The state's most dangerous crosswalks. Monday at 5.
Let's go. Come on. Let's have fun. Step up, Kels! Step up, switch! TV over! Hey, just focus around the rim. We got it. Focus around the rim.
We back in action.
ESPN's coverage of the WNBA presented by Google, part of Tip-Off, presented by CarMax.
Let's go, man.
Gamebridge, Fieldhouse rocking for the season opener.
Let's get back in action, man.
Liking what they have seen thus far. The Fever a 45-32 lead at the half. As we get ready to start the third quarter, Ryan Rucco alongside the Hall of Famers Rebecca Lobo and Holly Rowe. Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, both getting it done in that first half as we take a look at our first half stats brought to you by ESPN Bet.
Yeah, Caitlin Clark leading all scorers with those 12 points. Angel has been efficient inside, and of course, 9 rebounds in the first half.
Caitlin Clark has 3 blocks.
As we welcome you courtside once again here, one of the things that Caitlin Clark, Stephanie White, were both curious about is just how is the offense going to look? What fluidity will there be with so many new pieces? And we saw moments of choppiness where you can tell it's going to take a while for everything to be in rhythm and for these new teammates to learn some of that transition get ahead from Caitlin.
And you heard in the wired sound from Caitlin Clark as well, focus around the rim. Well, she's given her teammates a lot of good dimes around the rim that they haven't finished for assists.
All right, we get to chat right now with Stephanie White in her first year as head coach of the Indiana Fever. Coach, you told us before the game you were curious about how the offense was going to look, new pieces, how it all fit together. What'd you think about what you saw on that end of the floor in the first half?
I thought it was okay. You know, I think we missed some shooters on some drives. When we get 2 feet in the paint, we've got to do a better job in our decision-making. But overall, I feel like our flow, the ball not sticking, has been really good.
Looks like you've had good communication and rotation on the defensive end. Chicago only shooting 28%. What did you like about that side of the ball?
Yeah, I felt like we did a good job of bringing physicality and pressure. And,
Kelsey, take that
we've got to clean up some things in our coverage so that we don't get to our switches.
Let's go.
All right, Steph, thanks a lot. We appreciate it. That is Stephanie White, her first year back as Indiana Fever head coach. She coached here in 2015 and 16. Went to college for a while, coached the Connecticut Sun the last 2 seasons. Was the coach of the year in 2023. Long history with the Fever, though, not only as a head coach, but as a player and as an assistant as well.
Oh, yeah, our defense is on. Our defense is on, baby.
I want to revisit that because that was another situation of Natasha Howard's defensive versatility. She switches off onto Courtney Vandersloot, has her the rest of the possession and contains her. Sloot can't go by her. Sloot can't get a shot off over her. That's a big part of the reason that there was that shot clock violation.
Natasha.
You know I love talking about bigs and their quickness and versatility,
and
Ryan.
I'm glad you do. A 3-time champion, a 2-time All-Star, Natasha Howard.
You humor me, and I appreciate that.
That's right. I've learned my role in this relationship.
It's every man in any relationship with me.
Good pass. Way to cut to the basket, Howard. Come on, T.
Really like. A big applause afterwards. 15-point Indiana lead. Here's Reese pounding in the lane and finishing. Angel Reese has been the brightest spot on the floor for Chicago today.
That was not a foul.
Here's Clark. Guarded by Atkins. Gets it to Howard. Howard working her way down on Reese.
To the basket.
Howard.
Where's the
foul? That'll be number 3 on Angel Reese.
How about Natasha Howard with the cut? But it's created by Kelsey Mitchell. Off the bounce. Look at the rotation defensively that comes over. That gives Howard that clean line to get to the basket. Then here, the previous possession, switches out. What I love is her length. See how her arms are up. You know, she can give Sloot a little bit of a cushion because she uses her wingspan and arms so well. Contains. The shot clock goes down. Just great perimeter defense by the big.
Ooh, we got to knock that down.
Howard, part of a free agency class that Indiana just had to be delighted with. Amber Cox, Kelly Krauskopf did a wonderful job revamping this roster, bringing in Howard, bringing in DeWanna Bonner, Sophie Cunningham, Sydney Colson, Brianna Turner, players who can improve the defensive end of the floor and fit to Caitlin Clark's game.
Much like the Minnesota Lynx in 2024, the Indiana Fever's front office won free agency this past season.
Atkins drills a 3. Ariel Atkins, acquired in a trade from Washington this offseason. The gold medalist and champion in this league.
Let's go, DB.
Off on that one.
Get
Just
those looks. Get those looks.
To the game for DeWanna Bonner. Cardoso working Boston. Boston gets called for the foul, and Cardoso will shoot 2.
That is not a foul, bruh.
Ariel Atkins is going to need to be a significant scoring punch all season long from the perimeter for Chicago. And again, she just has a quick trigger, gets her feet set. The lefty launches it.
How?
Well, Ariel Atkins has been an all-star. She's been an Olympian, but her coach, Tyler Marsh, told us earlier today she's not a finished product yet, and she agrees. She thinks there's more that Tyler Marsh can pull out of her game. She's worked in her career on being a 3-level scorer. You just saw her there with the 3. She's been so good in the mid-range for the Washington Mystics, but she said this year she's also focusing on getting to the hoop more, see her more around the rim. But she's somebody that's got to score more for them to be successful.
And one of the things I think is really exciting for all these players in Chicago, Holly, is working with Tyler Marsh, who's been an elite player development coach in the NBA as well as the WNBA, the G League as well. And it was interesting talking with Tyler earlier today. We were asking him, you know, you've been an assistant for a long time, different roles between these leagues. How you feeling first game as a head coach? And he said, I'm actually less nervous than I was expecting because I just feel so confident in the way I was prepared by Becky Hammond in Vegas and also the staff that we have here in Chicago. Here's Clark. Off to Boston. 5 to shoot.
Good pass, AP.
And then Mitchell couldn't finish the layup on a gorgeous delivery from Boston. Nurse's 3 missed it left.
Oh my
Rebound
gosh.
Clark
Come on, Kels. That's not you, girl. Oh.
Here's Clark spinning.
Good pass, AB. Good pass, Caitlin. God damn.
Lays it in on a delectable dive.
God damn. Good pass, girl.
Atkins gets the whistle and will shoot 2.
Let's see that delectable dime one more time. To have players who can play around you, read the situation, make the cut. You see the side spin on the pass. Caitlin delivers it beautifully. 2 come over. But credit Howard knew when she saw the opening to the basket to dive there, and the ball would be delivered.
Howard with 15 points.
And good pass.
6 of 10 from the floor in this game.
We see Courtney Vandersloot on the floor. She's the only player in the WNBA to ever average 10 assists per game. She did that in the 2020 season. As the Indiana Fever continue to gel, I think this is a year Caitlin Clark could average double-digit assists. We've seen already, what, 4 or so passes that she's delivered beautifully that haven't resulted in an assist, but as the season continues to go on and the comfort is there, her teammates are going to finish.
The screen.
Clark off the Howard screen, bounces
Finish that,
to
T.
Howard draws 2. Tried to
Come on, you got AB wide open.
Nurse kicked it, no call.
Come on, y'all.
Here's Vandersloot. After a couple of seasons in New York, back with Chicago. Nurse, short on a three. Clark, her sixth
Push,
rebound. Here's Clark in transition. Nice
God damn!
Bonner can't
God
lay it
damn,
in.
good pass.
There's one of those
Oh my
opportunities we were
gosh.
talking about. A great look on the interior. Bonner just didn't quite have enough on it.
Come on, DB. You got to finish that.
Sometimes it's just the timing. You know, the pass is delivered beautifully. Bonner's looking for it. 1-2. You got to get your steps right. She wasn't quite there to finish it, but
Bro, I'm not going to lie. Caitlin should have 10 assists already.
not the norm for DeWanna Bonner. In a typical situation, she's going to be finishing those.
And Stephanie White talked about kind of getting her back in flow and especially adjusted to
Roll
the
her,
routine.
AB.
Here's Boston.
Shoot it.
Fakes the jumper.
Better be
Rumbles
patient.
inside.
Finish.
And drops it in. Aaliyah Boston in double figures. She has 10.
She's used her balance and footwork really well against the bigger Cardoso.
REESE.
She down there traveling. Hell no.
Board, no. Another chance stripped away by Clark. Here is Clark dumping it into Boston.
Work that,
Boston
AB.
gets fouled by her former teammate Camila Cardoso.
Let's go.
And Aaliyah
Let's play
Boston
fast.
is going to the line.
We play fast. It's too much for them to handle. Let's go. Bust
Angel
the lead
REESE
open.
remains relentless on the offensive glass, and after a couple of opportunities, Caitlin Clark able to get
Bust the lead
in,
open on their
smartly
ass. Let's go.
poke the ball away, and then push the other way as well.
They credited Caitlin with a block on that. She is,
That was a steal. That was a block.
I agree. She has 4 blocks now. Meanwhile, Angel REESE has 12 rebounds. Hey, stay tuned for our next WNBA broadcast, June 3rd on ESPN, as Arike Agumbuale,
Caitlin Clark with
Paige
4
Beckers,
blocks.
and the Dallas Wings travel to take on the
What's up,
Seattle
Mike?
Storm. 9:30 Eastern WNBA countdown. Tips all their coverage 9 Eastern. Tuesday, June 3rd on ESPN.
We'll have to ask Caitlin, like, which she would prefer. Because as a post player, I would always much rather have the block than the steal.
Yeah,
Steal
but
is
as
sort
a
of
guard, do you
ho-hum.
feel different?
Yeah, I wonder.
A valid question.
Let's ask.
By the way, what'd you think of Dallas last night in what you observed from the Wings in that game against the Lynx? We talked about how good Minnesota looked earlier.
Dallas is a team, especially because they're going to have significant contributions from
Yep, good
rookies. I think we
defense.
got to give them a little
They
bit
can't
of
do
time
shit with
to
us. Good
develop.
defense.
It's always
Oh
hard.
my gosh.
Nice
Throw up
drive
a
there
prayer.
to finish. It's always hard
Throw
when your
up a
first game
prayer.
is against one of the best defensive teams in the league, and that's what the Lynx are. I thought Paige Beckers was solid. I thought she had a solid first game.
How did she have a solid first game?
Vandersloot, step back.
Let's go, Clark. Talk your shit, baby. Come on.
Clark.
Talk to him.
An interesting smirk on her face after that bucket. Vandersloot can't finish. Here is Clark. Clark racing ahead, zips it
Good
to
pass.
Bonner,
Finish that, AB. I mean, DB.
Wanted a whistle, didn't
God
get
damn it, DB.
Rebecca Allen too strong.
That's a push
on
off.
a 3. And look out, Caitlin Clark pushes Angel REESE, and Angel REESE gets right up into Caitlin Clark.
Man, look at that ghetto ass shit, man.
Say as Clark walks
Ghetto ass
away.
shit from Angel REESE showing right here, 4K. Tee your ass up. Tee your fucking ass up. Fuck that. Tee your fucking ass up. Get her ass out the fucking game.
Around the matchups between REESE
Tee your
and
fucking
Clark
ass up.
and
Throw her ass
Angel
out the
REESE
fucking game.
is still going after Caitlin Clark
That's
in the
trash
aftermath.
right there.
Everyone in the arena had to know this foul was coming. As soon as you saw Angel REESE wide open, you knew that Caitlin Clark was going to come in and take that foul.
Let's go. Now, AB, get in her face. Fuck
The
that. Turn up.
WNBA on ABC, presented by Google, is brought to you by
Let's go.
AT&T. Connecting changes everything.
At AT&T, we confidently guarantee our network.
Throw her ass out the game.
Oh, no. What we can't guarantee, you and your teammates being too connected.
What up, Chet?
Double oh no.
I texted you
Look at
guys.
her flopping around on the floor and shit. Throw her ass out the game.
I thought you said you were going to wear it.
Look at her flopping and shit.
That's why with AT&T, we'll proactively make it right with a credit for a full day of service if there is a network interruption. That's the AT&T guarantee.
This is what I'm talking about right here.
It's
Angel
gone
REESE
from
just
being
showed.
an adventure
She just showed.
to a checklist.
I've been telling you guys.
But the world is still full
She don't
of
like
wonder.
Caitlin.
You just need a better way to find it. Introducing
She does not like
Airbnb
Caitlin.
experiences. Master ramen with an
That's a simple
award-winning
foul.
chef.
You flopping around on
Dive
the
into
floor and shit.
underground jazz with a renowned
Acting
faces.
uncoordinated, and then you want to get up
Or
like you
see
big and
Notre
bad.
Dame with her.
Sit your ass
She helped
down.
restore it, by the
You
way.
should have got thrown out the fucking
Don't
game.
just see a place. experience it.
Can I come in?
Sure, yeah, come on.
Okay.
Should have
Don't
done.
worry. Dash Pass saves you money on DoorDash.
Throw her ass out the game,
so you can
boy.
skip the trip to the grocery store and stay right where you need to be.
Popcorn?
That's trash as fuck from her. I mean, I gotta watch that again, bro. That was trash.
Wanna go get dinner?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll order.
When you save big on orders, you can afford to give yourself a pass.
What do we think?
Dash Pass by DoorDash. Your door to more savings.
There's more to any business than the game it's in. Want to meet customers where they are.
Digital experience game.
Simple ass foul.
Make buying friction-free.
E-commerce strategy game.
Ghetto as fuck.
Build competitive advantage.
Rewrite the playbook game.
That's where the work comes in.
You know what's funny? You pushed off right here on Natasha Howard. Look how you pushed off on Howard.
It takes to perform.
Game you're in.
Come on, bro.
Trusted advisor to
Come on,
businesses
bro.
of every kind.
It's what we're doing.
Sunday,
Come on,
it's
bro.
American Idol's grand finale.
We might just win this whole thing.
Live coast to coast with epic performances from
That's a
music
simple foul.
icons, including
Flopping
your
around on the
judges.
floor and shit.
And look at how Caitlin Clark pushes Angel Reese and Angel
John.
You just grow
Flopping and
so
shit.
much.
You just really have an
Come on, bro.
voice.
and wanted a whistle, didn't get it.
American Idol
Rebecca
grand finale.
Allen.
Live Sunday on ABC and stream on Hulu.
Flopping and shit on the floor, man.
Tension's high. A
Knock
moment
it
ago
off.
after a hard foul from Caitlin Clark
Knock
on
it
Angel
off.
Reese
Hard
that
foul.
Angel took exception to. So initially, Angel
She just
pushes
pushed off on
Natasha
T.
Howard.
Howard.
Caitlin Clark points out the no call. Then she applies a hard foul on Reese. Reese gets up right away to get in the face of Clark. Aaliyah Boston
It's not even a hard
ends
foul.
up
You
getting
crying and
between
shit.
them. You'll see on this angle, the initial part seems okay.
Not a
for
fucking hard
Clark,
foul.
But then
Get
there's a
your weight
shove
up.
at the end that I think should be upgraded to a flagrant one because that seemed like unnecessary contact from Clark.
Yeah, I agree with you. And she
Wow.
goes in. There is a little bit extra there from
Wow.
Caitlin Clark in terms of the foul. It's definitely a hard foul. It's not a foul that's pushing somebody in a
So there's
position
no
to
foul
get
on the play
injured.
before that?
But yes, I think it should be upgraded to a flagrant on Caitlin Clark because that left arm as it
That's
wraps
crazy.
around and
Right,
pushes.
the initial,
That's
you understood
crazy.
what Caitlin was doing initially because she sees
That's
a wide open
crazy.
layup. You'd rather put Reese
After
in the line.
review, the on-court ruling of a personal foul on Caitlin Clark has been upgraded to a flagrant foul penalty 1. In addition, there is a double technical on Boston and Reese, which offsets.
That's
So
crazy.
there you go. The
So we're
initial
flopping around on the
contact
floor
from
and shit
Clark
now.
would have been a common foul, but that little extra shove at
Yeah,
the end.
you'll see it from her left hand.
Right. Remember that little extension there.
Yep.
All you need is for the foul to be unnecessary
crazy.
for it to rise to the criteria for it to be a flagrant foul penalty 1. And you get a better angle of it here. That
Yeah,
little
that
God
push at the
damn,
end.
that's
Yes.
unnecessary. That's why it's a flagrant foul penalty 1 on Clark. Then Reese gets up, and that interaction
I don't
between
know about
Boston
that.
and Reese results
Let her have it,
in
though.
offsetting
Let her have
technical.
it, man.
So because it's a
That's
flagrant,
funny as shit.
it's Reese who has to shoot these free throws, and then Chicago will maintain the basketball.
And then you miss the free throw,
Reese
Angel.
misses
Good
the
job,
first.
Angel.
Mark
Good
the
job,
time and
Angel.
the score. You never know how these moments
Ball
can
don't fucking
start
lie.
something for a team. Stephanie White is still trying to explain why she felt like it was not.
The officials got it right.
I agree.
They got it right. That if you only saw the angle with
crazy.
the right
Give
side,
it
but
to
as
her.
soon as you see the push on the left side, they got it right.
I also think big picture,
Yes.
Rebecca, when it comes to adjudicating something that there's a lot of history going into, you're going to err on the side of giving a flagrant or a T rather than
Yes.
not.
Again, the side out of bounds. Indiana goes into a zone look.
Angel Reese, a double-double. Had 22 a season ago. Had 26 a season ago.
Like,
Second
Angel Reese,
most
how you that big
ever
and a
on the
little
Alyssa
ass foul gets you
Thomas
thrown on the
with
ground? You
four.
flopping.
Vandersloot lays it in plus the foul. And a chance for 3 for Courtney Vandersloot.
Good job by Courtney Vandersloot to just put her head down as she's driving
I
left.
can't wait for the...
Creating
Where's the
contact,
foul?
understanding
Challenge that.
that
Ain't
after
no
what just
motherfucking
happened,
foul.
the
Oh my
officials are going to be
gosh.
quick with their whistle.
And a timeout
What the fuck are the refs
taken
doing? That was not a foul
by
on Vandersloot.
Indiana.
Caitlin Clark and Stephanie White having an extended conversation with the officials.
Coach Stephanie White's about to get a technical too. She's fired up.
Was that a challenge?
That's what I'm wondering as well, Rebecca, if whether or not they are challenging that call. Now, either way, the layup was good from Vandersloot. They are challenging it, so.
There wasn't a whole lot of contact there.
Indiana is calling a full timeout to challenge the previous call.
I think they're going to win that challenge.
No damn foul.
That's good defense by Kelsey Mitchell.
Thank you.
Unless right there, the officials.
Left arm on
her body. Didn't even touch her. Good challenge, Coach Stephanie White. Good challenge, Coach.
But I don't think that's when they blew the whistle.
Let's go, Coach.
I think they blew the whistle on what they perceived as contact on the shot, which there wasn't any.
Wait for things to pop off here in the season opener.
Like there's no foul. On the dribble, on the floor, if you want to get it here early, right there.
Man, stop. That didn't even affect the goddamn shot.
To me, that still looks marginal at best, and I think this would be a successful challenge. Now, even if it's successful, Courtney Vandersloot is going to get that layup, so it's just going to take away the and one opportunity.
Yes.
But the basket would still be good.
Yes.
After review, the on-court ruling has been overturned. The defender is in legal guarding position. The basket is good. It's going to be Indiana
good coach's challenge. Thank you.
So there you go.
You got a real coach. Let's go, Coach Steph. Thank you.
Get one more look. Yeah, that's certainly a good challenge by Steph White, and good job by the officials.
I'm just saying this booth is 2 for 2 on reviews thus far in case Roy Gilbain has any other tricks up his sleeve. 11-point Indiana lead. Here's Clark, 14 points, 7 rebounds, 5 assists, and 4 blocks. Bonner leans
Let's go,
in, gets a whistle on Rebecca Allen.
Way to draw that foul.
So
get to the line.
Free throws here for DeWanna Bonner has been a little bit more aggressive offensively in this third after just 1 field goal attempt in the first half. Now it's time to take a look at what fans have been searching for, brought to you by Google. And they've been searching Caitlin Clark's muscles. And you could see why. The difference in her media day photos, rookie year to sophomore season. I'll never forget talking with Skylar Diggins-Smith after her rookie season and saying how she learned in this league she needed a grown woman's body. Now, Skylar had a dramatic jump freshman to sophomore.
Good defense, girls. Good defense, ladies.
Sophomore season in production. Caitlin obviously still produced at an incredibly high level as a rookie, but she talked about not just wanting to put on that muscle for getting through games, but for being able to sustain her production throughout the course of the season and into the playoffs.
That's all very interesting.
Yes.
I just want to revisit that Caitlin Clark's muscles is a breakout search in the U.S. right now. Or maybe worldwide.
Maybe. Clark, good idea from Hull. Clark couldn't handle it. 6 to shoot. Here's Boston will fire a 3. Hey!
Let's go, AB! Let's go, AB!
That's something Stephanie White wants more of from Aaliyah Boston this season.
Let's go.
Hit 7 threes a year ago, 4 as a rookie. Drills 1 in the season opener here in her 3rd season. 15-point Indiana lead. Williams bodies in, leaves it short. Boston the board, her 9th. Here's Clark in the open floor.
It's a foul.
Clark gives it up, gets it back. Clark looking to take Williams.
Good pass! Let's fucking go!
The Clark-Boston connection.
AB's working yards.
17 points for Aaliyah Boston. Clark has 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists. Here is Clark pushing pace, racing up the floor.
Oh my God!
God
damn, Caitlin is nice. Caitlin Clark is fucking nice.
Vandersloot, great look. Allen off on a 3.
Come on, Kels. Something going on with Kels. She'll get it, though.
Lead.
We need her to finish, though. Come on.
Here's Clark, guarded by Vandersloot. Clark using the Boston screen, feeds her on the roll. Boston push shot off, tips it to Hull. Another chance here for Indiana.
We got a Caitlin Clark triple-double on the way.
Gets denied by Banham, out of bounds. It'll stay with Indiana, 6 to shoot. Timeout on the floor. How about the chemistry from Clark and Boston?
I mean, we've seen it throughout last season, throughout the course of this game. This time, Aaliyah Boston, we've really seen a varied offensive skill set from Boston today as well.
No timeout, off the inbound. Hull unable to lay it in.
Let's go, way to finish that, Lex.
Good. Clark gets over the screen.
Hell no, good defense. Man, busted open on the
rebound Boston for 11 to go with 17 points. Clark. Sydney Colson into the game along with Hull for Indiana. Here's
Work, AB.
Out to Hull. And a foul on Nurse, and then gives a little shove afterwards.
Well, we are certainly on triple-double watch right now for Caitlin Clark with 14 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, and a full quarter to play.
Clark will get a breather now. You know, we were talking is...
Oh, I like it. Our coaching staff is
crowd
nice
reacting. Free throws here for Indiana with Chicago over the limit. We were talking with Caitlin earlier because yesterday, one of the things Caitlin talked about was how going into her sophomore season, she knows she belongs. We heard Holly discussing this earlier, and so we asked Caitlin this morning, we said, when did you know last year? When did you first realize? And she said, honestly, I kind of knew right away, but I wasn't getting results. And so it was frustrating because I felt like, oh, yeah, I can play here. I can do my thing here, but I wasn't really getting results until late June, early July. She said, we won at Minnesota, and then I had a triple-double against New York. And that was when I finally realized, okay, I feel like I belong, and now I'm able to get the results as well, and we're starting to win as a team. As Caitlin Clark tries to have a further conversation with Tiara Cruz about that flagrant one after her interaction with Angel Reese.
Free throws, okay.
Now, Caitlin is wearing a mic for us today. You think we'll get that in a Sounds of the Game package later? Will that receive league approval?
I'm guessing not. Such party poopers, this league of ours, when it comes to the player mics.
Here's Banham. 20-point Indiana lead.
Why did they just say that? Who said that in the chat? I mean, in the background. That was hilarious.
And a whistle here against Indiana. Sydney Colson.
I mean, that was very much a foul. I love the reaction from Colson. Like, what me?
Now, they actually give it to Natasha Howard instead. So number 3 on Howard, 51 Colson, 6 Howard.
Another turnover for Angel. She's not a point guard.
Here's Howard off the steal. Hull, back to Duntas. Final minute of the third. Indiana has opened up a 20-point lead. Bonner dumps it in, and a foul on Allen is going to send Howard to the line.
How many assists does the point guard have for the Chicago
Boston
Sky?
with 17 and 11. Clark is 14, 7, and 7. Lexi
One assist
Hull,
for the
7
point guard
points,
for the
8
Chicago
rebounds
Sky.
off the bench. A really well-diversified attack here from Indiana.
Howard did a good job recognizing the switch, that it was Beck Allen on her, and just posted up strong inside.
Tomorrow, ABC will have Game 7
on,
between the Nuggets and the Thunder, 3:30 Eastern. The Joker and
Pacers in the
SGA
house.
square off to see who will advance to the Western Conference Finals to play Minnesota. That's tomorrow. Coverage tips with NBA Countdown to 3 Eastern only on ABC. See Tyrese Halliburton, the rest of the Pacers getting ready for the Eastern Conference Finals. They will meet the Knicks there, here in support of the Fever today. Here's Howard, deflected. Duncan gets denied. Elizabeth Williams has made some stellar defensive plays this afternoon. And a foul here on Duntus. As Clark will check back in for a final offensive possession for Indiana. Getting some instruction from Stephanie White. By the way, do you have a Game 7 prediction for tomorrow on ABC between the Thunder and Denver?
Oh no, that free throw
I was about to ask you who was playing.
Oh no.
You're just so locked into the double
I'm
right
so
now.
locked. I'm kidding. Sort of. I'm gonna go Denver.
Okay. You say the Joker gets it done.
I say the Joker gets it done.
Been an incredible series. Williams misses both. REESE another rebound, her 15th to go with 10 points. That three won't go. Howard deflects it over to Clark.
Doing with it. Come on.
Turned off as Clark gets awarded her 8th rebound to go with 14 points, 7 assists, and 4 blocks. And a foul on Chicago as Clark buries the 30-footer, which will not count, but gave the crowd a little delight.
Caitlin Clark certainly shows her frustration when she's called a set and someone is in the wrong spot.
I mean,
granted, it's
threes
game one.
Caitlin
There's
hit
going to
so
be
far.
some time to communicate and get people in the right places, but you saw it there as well.
2 threes.
Well, we know her coaches at Iowa used to show her video of her body language to have her improve upon that, to not discourage her teammates at times.
Dude, Natasha Howard's got to sit at the free throw line.
But in fairness,
I mean, tomorrow, that's all she needs to do is fucking shoot free throws.
Supposed to be.
You should have 20 points right now if you're hitting your free
Clark
throws.
will check back out now with this defensive possession looming. And Clark already with 3 personals. Howard, meanwhile, has left a little at the line these last couple trips. But having an impactful day. She missed them both again. Williams the rebound. 4 seconds left. Banham lost it. Bonner.
Ooh. That would have been nice.
Indiana.
All right, man, we going into the 4th. What do we have, 20?
20 to 13.
20 piece on them?
20-point lead for the
Delta
Fever
has.
after 3. And Caitlin Clark is with Holly Rowe.
Caitlin, I saw you having a long conversation with the official. Walk me through your perspective on the flagrant foul. What was the point you were trying to make to her?
It's just a good take foul, you know? If either Angel gets wide open 2 points or, you know, we send him to the free throw line. Nothing malicious about it. It's just a good take foul. Every basketball player knows that.
The play right now between you and Aaliyah Boss and Natasha Howard, this 2-man game, you're finding your post so well. How is that chemistry building again?
I think this half we've done a lot better job of finding mismatches. I think on the pick and roll they're getting confused. I think we're playing better in transition, but to be honest, it started with our defense. Our defense is tremendous.
I'm not going to lie.
Got to keep that
Caitlin Clark should have 10 assists already.
Back here, so.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Caitlin.
Some of those layups, they got to finish those. First game of the year, though.
14 points, 8
Get all
rebounds,
the kinks out.
7 assists. Aaliyah Boston, 17 points and 11 boards. The Fever, a 20-point lead through 3.
Food's here, but your phone's there. Get up now, and your train of thought will get off track.
Even put up 60
faster than a
points.
roller coaster going downhill with 2 really big guys.
Oh
in the
my
front.
gosh.
I can just mirror my phone from here.
Their whole team is in the negative.
Oh. Glad we learned something.
If you want to check a bag for free, you should probably have a United Explorer card. Look at me. I'm free. If you want to earn double miles on United flights so work trips can pay for fun trips.
I like fun.
You should probably have a United Explorer card.
Okay.
This one's mine. And if you want to earn double miles on dining, you should probably have a United Explorer card. Fry me.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate the sub, my man. You're more than welcome anytime.
It is estimated that over 4 million people have been abducted by alien life forms, but only one of them asked for it.
Come and get me.
It's really happening.
On June 20th,
Allow me to adjust your gravity. Oh, no. Gravity on. Ow.
he'll go
These are the lava tunnels.
where no one has gone before.
I'm not fireproof. Just get in my mouth. It's kind of comfy in here.
Disney and Pixar's Elio, rated PG, only in theaters.
Twitter's a crazy space.
Open. Here you go, buddy.
Thank you.
You may kiss the bride.
Love you, Dad.
Oh my God. It's our baby girl.
Oh my gosh. So now Cardoso's the problem for this guy? Hey, man. These Chicago
Warning,
Sky fans.
the following footage is offensive.
My goodness.
Defensive. Extremely confident. Occasionally
What happened to Rebecca Allen? All that shit you was doing in the first half. What happened?
Good. You'll change your passwords to WNBA 2025. OMG, so good. These supers can hoop! Exclamation point! Exclamation.
You're like, Ariel Atkins gonna come give us 30 today.
Viewer discretion is advised. Welcome to the W.
Check out tonight's WNBA Fits brought to you by Google. Lexi Hall showing up in style for the season opener. Caitlin Clark as well. And Aaliyah Boston beginning year 3. Like a fit you saw, search what you see using the Google app. Holly Rowe, I understand you're with a special guest.
Well, I have the toast of the town besides Caitlin Clark here, and I love the point guard, Tyrese Halliburton. You and Caitlin have really developed something special of two people who are trying to lead their franchises. What stands out about that?
Yeah, I think she's just so amazing what she does. I love being here to support her in any way I can, and I think we're just, two point guards trying to lead our group to do something special. So any way I can be here to support, I'll be here.
Two of the best passing point guards I've ever seen. Do you take any inspiration from her passing?
Shot, Lexi.
Yeah, for sure. There's different angles she tries and more passes she might be willing to do than I am, and I think vice versa, it works the same way. So, I watch everything, and with her being in town, it definitely helps.
Oh my gosh, that Ariel Atkins. Come on, that's the girl y'all thought was going to shut down.
The Eastern Conference Finals on
good
Wednesday.
pass.
What does that mean to you?
Good pass, Caitlin.
Go against New York in this epic series.
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, there's a history between our two organizations, and so to be a part of another year of adding on to that will be a lot of fun, and look forward to competing against those guys.
What have you tapped into with yourself, Tyrese? Because I've been watching you since you were 17 years old at Iowa State. You're in a place that's special. What's different?
Yeah, just trying to play the right way. Just trying to impact winning the right way. I
appreciate you, my brother. Thank you for the sub.
Having some experience.
Let's go, Clark!
Maybe want to win more, so just trying to impact winning.
All right, what do you think about this shot?
Yeah, thank you. She's amazing. Let's
Good
go.
shot.
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Tyrese. Thank you, Holly. Crowd fired up after that Clark 3. A logo bomb as Caitlin Clark closes in on a triple-double. 2 assists,
Good
1
defense.
rebound away. Clark.
Finish that, Kels. Let's go. Let's go. This is Fever basketball. Let's go.
Banham can't hit the 3. Clark wants to keep pushing. Gives it up.
Let's go, Lex. Knock it down, Lexi.
No.
Airball, Lexi. What the hell?
Vandersloot down the floor. REESE swims in and lays it home.
Terrible.
Clark wasn't getting near a foul that time on Angel REESE.
She just pretty much let Angel have that weak ass shit.
In the third quarter. Clark with 17 points, 9 rebounds, 9 assists. Last year had 2 triple-doubles, the first rookie to ever record
Let's go,
one.
DB.
Bonner gets stripped out of bounds.
Caitlin just leading the way here. She just delivers a beautiful dime to Bonner.
Oh, yeah, triple-double,
CC.
Turn me up, CC. Triple-double.
Head full of steam. So good with the get-ahead pass. And here you go, Ryan. Nice deep one over the outstretched arm of Camila Cardoso.
3 for 6 from 3. Clark gets it back from Boston. Now bounces to her.
Oh my gosh, we're fucking nice.
There's the 10th assist for Clark. Boston up to 19 points. Clark a rebound away from a triple-double. Reese loses
trash.
it. Howard ahead, and Hall couldn't get to
She got
it.
5 turnovers.
Caitlin Clark continues to manipulate the defense with her passing. Comes off Aaliyah Boston again. Beautiful bounce pass right between the defenders.
Indiana starting to really hum in this second half. A 23-point lead over Chicago.
At my last job, I was working across several different groups. Let me practice that one again.
When you're ready, tell me about the job that taught you the most.
Bell to ass, baby.
Okay. It was a role where I worked long hours with a small team. I did a lot of multitasking and negotiating. One more book.
This job description you shared also mentions collaboration.
Right.
Chicago style.
I'm at my best when I'm collaborating.
Then they're going to get on here talking about
I don't always have all the answers.
See a minus 13. Knock it off.
No matter how long it takes.
Knock it off, brother.
All right. Last question. When it comes to work,
I'm right there with you, brother.
I guess
She's not even having that great of a game, and she has a triple-double.
On me. And knowing I can depend on them too.
I want DB to finish with double digits. And this is exactly what I was saying earlier on the live. I want everybody to finish in double digits coming out. I mean, the starters.
Thanks for joining us.
This is what I want.
Good to see you all. Been looking forward to talking.
Just find a way to get DB some looks.
And by options, I mean one in every color.
Get them now for less. Find the lowest prices of the season on women's tees, summer shorts, and stylish dresses. Plus, earn Kohl's cash at Kohl's and Kohl's.com.
And that's how you Kohl's.
A history of winning started with the 65 Gators losing steam, losing sweat.
We've identified the problem. What is the solution?
A drink scientifically designed to hydrate better than water.
Yep, and Sophie's not playing. True.
Win more. And change the game forever.
Naturally, we called our stuff Gatorade.
Oh, I miss you so much. Oh, I just got an online offer from CarMax to sell this mom van. This is the greatest day of my life. Oh, the saddest day of my life.
Shaq, I'm telling you, DraftKings is the best place to bet player props.
They got it all. First buckets, points, rejections.
You know what it reminds me of? My favorite big from back in the day.
Really?
Yeah. Used to dominate the paint, scored at will.
And that dunk.
Yeah. Lisa, the dominant Leslie. I was just talking about you. Come on, Lisa, we got next. You're going to sit on the bench. She's here.
New DraftKings customers turn a $5 WNBA bet into $200 instantly in bonus bets. The crown is yours.
I've been working on my free throws.
Back here in Indianapolis, where Caitlin Clark is one rebound shy of a triple-double. She's done everything on the offensive end. Hit deep threes, delivered sweet dimes to a multitude of teammates. Step back score as well.
And Caitlin Clark also providing us with some sounds of the game. Caitlin Clark, nice enough to wear a mic for us today as Lexi Hall draws the offensive foul. A 74-51 lead. The Fever have over Chicago's season opener, 6:49 to go in the fourth.
I think Caitlin Clark's trash talking the girl with the mop. Telling her she's got to do a better job.
No.
In a light, nice, friendly, loving kind of way.
One rebound away from a triple-double. Here's Clark, guarded by Atkins. Atkins gets a poke on it. Here's Clark firing. Hey!
Oh my God, CC! Let's go,
20
bro!
points for Caitlin Clark.
Keep on trying to step up on me. Stop it, Angel. Stop it, Angel. Get the ball out your hand. Fucking hero ball. Knock it down, Mills.
Can't hit. Clark was
Stop it, Angel. Get the ball out your hand, Angel. Another turnover. Get the ball out of your
needs to
hand.
have one focus, and it's
Ain't no damn point guard.
Cardoso just chucked tall, and an offensive foul on Camila Cardoso. Her fourth personal.
Cardoso notices that she has the smaller hull on her. Just a little bit of a swim move, and Hull goes to the ground, and therefore the foul is called.
Timeout on the floor.
Let's go. 20-point triple-double on the way for Caitlin Clark.
Give me that space.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. 4th 3 of the game.
The WNBA on ABC is presented by Google, proud partner of the WNBA. In part by CarMax, the way car buying should be. And Nike, just do it.
That's what I like to see, baby. Belt to ass. Belt to ass.
My life, my dime. Just fine.
Mom, I've tried everything.
Left foot, right foot, 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 left foot, right foot. My face they revert. Round table holes, I just eat them for dessert. Eeny, meeny, many more, you could be first.
I'm a leader by pushing my teammates to be the best that they can be.
I am a leader because I set a strong example.
I'm a leader by being responsible. I stand up for myself and others. I am confident.
I am caring.
We want girls to lead their own way. That's why the NBA and WNBA are proud to support Lean In Girls, a program that teaches girls to reject stereotypes and embrace their leadership superpowers. This is what leadership looks like.
Hey, Meta, what is this artwork?
Comedian by Mauricio Catalan, worth $6.2 million.
What? What? That's a $6.2 million banana. Are you kidding? We need to find you another banana. Bananas, bananas.
Gentlemen,
What a place you have.
who eats art?
Think you're supposed to say, hey, Meta. Like, hey, Meta, who eats
That's a
art?
booty.
And then Meta would say,
Know it.
Chris Pratt.
Hey, Meta, call my lawyer.
Tonight, Alicia went to 4 engagement parties. She's done bringing a forced smile as her +1. Here's a ring, Alicia. Say I do to Fruity Sweetness. When cereal hits the spot.
Excuse me. Play you for those ultras?
Well, we're kind of high level.
Fascinating.
I like it.
Ice cold.
Oh, yeah. 79-51. Blow their ass out the water.
The NBA playoffs, Game 7 on ABC.
Blow their ass out the water, baby.
Presented by Google.
Let's go.
Listening to Caitlin Clark's sounds of the game.
Hey, let's get a basket for DB right now. Come on. We're getting DB into 3rd place right now.
Outstanding stuff there from Caitlin Clark's Mike. DeWanna Bonner is 2 points away from moving into sole possession of 3rd place on the all-time scoring list.
Let's get you on the board, baby. Come on.
You can see then it's Tina Charles up next. A while to go before Diana Taurasi, and Tina Charles still active, so she can increase that.
Well, first of all, Caitlin Clark's awareness that she is only 1 bucket away, and then to put an emphasis on it is pretty cool for a teammate to hear.
Now, Clark is on the bench right now, 1 rebound away from a triple-double. Don't know whether she'll come back in under 6 minutes to go in a 26-point game.
No!
Bonner's trying to get it. Mitchell backdoor, pushes it up and in.
No, Caitlin Clark has the jacket on. Dude, I know we're not going to leave her 1 short of a goddamn rebound.
10 assists, 9
Are you
rebounds
kidding
from
me?
Clark. Aaliyah Boston, 8 of 12 from the
Oh
floor.
my
19
gosh.
points, 11 boards. Natasha Howard with 15. And a whistle here.
No
going
way.
the other way as Sydney Colson took a shot.
Elizabeth Williams was setting a screen there, and official deemed that she was moving on it, and
Bro,
therefore
she needs
a foul.
1 rebound.
Yep.
Moving, and her base was too wide.
I'm going to be pissed
Angel
off.
REESE with 12 points to lead the way for Chicago. Also has 15 rebounds. Mary Lackins, the only other member of the Sky in double figures. She has 11. Here's Howard. Contested 2. Good contest there from REESE. Boston the rebound. Her 12. Here's
Come on,
Bonner.
DB.
Bonner leaning. Can't bank it in. The follow won't
Come on,
go.
DB.
Juana Bonner had her entire bench up.
Fourth quarter.
Hoping to get that bucket to pass Tina Thompson, but was unable to finish as Boston an authoritative third rejection and then a fourth. REESE on the interior and a jump ball. How about Aaliyah Boston anchoring the defense for Indiana?
Goodness, great job with those long arms of Aaliyah Boston here.
Oh, put her back in so we can get one rebound.
The block is
Come on,
for the
Coach
jump
White.
ball.
Aaliyah Boston up to 5 blocks on the day. Caitlin Clark went to Stephanie White and said, I think she said, I'm 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
Let's go,
CC! Stephanie White looked up and said, I'll get you in. Here's Mitchell. What a feed from Allen.
Oh, yeah, we put him down to ass. 30-piece?
A 30-point Indiana lead. Haley Van Lith getting ready to check in as Clark will come back in.
Oh, they put Haley in? We're up 30,
Clark
but
also
Haley
wants
in?
to get to Juana Bonner her bucket.
Oh, my God.
With 4:24 to go in the fourth. Still a lot to watch
Stop it,
here.
brother.
Does Bonner get the bucket? Does Clark get the triple-double? And Haley Van Lith about to make her professional debut.
You don't need to convince me.
Well, I thought you were going to leave.
Well, the Indiana Fever certainly, as they're watching their team for the first time in the regular season this year, have a lot to be excited about. This Fever team has looked good, not only on the offensive end, which we grew accustomed to a season ago, but much improved defensively. Have held Chicago to under 30% from the field, have done a nice job on the glass.
How about holding Chicago to 19 points in the second half? Outscored them 36-19. You mentioned it earlier, Rebecca. This was a Fever team that last year really struggled on the defensive end. Made serious personnel upgrades. Stephanie White, a terrific defensive coach, and seen the results thus far. Time now for the upcoming WNBA national TV schedule. Thursday on Amazon, Indiana at Atlanta. Friday on Ion, Minnesota hosts Connecticut. Seattle welcomes Phoenix. And then next Saturday on CBS, the defending champion Liberty beat the Aces today in their opener at Indiana. For more on these games, please go to WNBA.com or visit the WNBA app. Here is the WNBA debut for Haley Van Lith. Went to 5 straight Elite Eights in college as Banham buries the 3. Van Lith had an outstanding season at TCU, a first-round pick of the Sky. Here's Bonner. Bonner using the Clark screen. 6 to shoot. 5 to shoot now. Back to Bonner. Bonner with 2 to shoot. Years at Louisville, 1 year at LSU, and then a year at TCU. As Maddie Westbeld also making her debut. That rebound saved by Boston to Clark. 13th rebound for Boston. Here's Howard, and she is fouled. Elizabeth Williams picks up her 4th. Howard will shoot her 9th and 10th free throws. Nope, side out of bounds. Van Lith guarding Clark. Saw that in back-to-back Elite Eights versus a member of Louisville, and then at LSU as Bonner gets fouled and will go to the free throw line to try and get this done.
Now,
Shit, I'm not going to lie. If we weren't trying to feed DB right now, we'd be beating their ass. We put up 100.
That's right.
But I do
Come on,
like that
DB, knock him down, bro.
Are trying to get forward in this game.
Absolutely.
Yes.
With the scoreboard obviously no longer in doubt. Tamiris Duntis goes to the scorer's table, getting ready to check in. No Mariah Jefferson in this game for Chicago. No Sophie Cunningham for Indiana. Here is Bonner. She has tied Tina Thompson for third on the all-time scoring list. Caitlin Clark begging the crowd to get into it. Bonner celebrating.
I love the standing ovation for DB. That's tough.
And the second free throw to Passer. And Joanna Bonner sits alone in third place on the all-time WNBA scoring list. Onyenwere can't get it to go, and a whistle against Indiana. Clark was in the vicinity looking for a 10th board, and here's the ovation for Bonner. So a fun moment in this fourth quarter. Now can Caitlin Clark get that 10th rebound and come up with a triple-double? Here's Van Lith leaning and hitting the first points in the WNBA career of Haley Van Lith. Clark behind the back, fires short. Oh, the putback is good. And Stephanie White is telling Caitlin Clark, get one, meaning get that rebound. There it is.
Let's go, CC. Finish that, Tim. Oh, Tim. God damn it.
The third of her career. And she starts 2025 with a triple-double. Foul on Sydney Colson. That'll give Stephanie White a chance to have Clark check out.
Yeah. Hey, Haley Van Lith almost got cooked right now. I ain't gonna lie. Let's go, Caitlin. Let's go, girl. Way to come and ball out. Let's go.
Picking up right where she left off. 20 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, as well as 4 blocks for Caitlin Clark. Her third career triple-double.
30.
How about some of the stat lines for Indiana? Aaliyah Boston, 19 points, 13 rebounds, 5 blocks, 8 of 12 from the floor as Colson lays it in off the steal. Kelsey Mitchell, 15 points on 50% shooting. Howard, 15 points, 5 rebounds, and 3 steals. And Bonner gets into third place on the all-time scoring list.
This was the vision, right, for the Indiana Fever in the offseason, to bring in these pieces, hope they gel quickly. We saw great tempo, especially in the first half, pushing the ball up and down, sharing it, multiple players who can score. We've seen them switch defensively effectively. It's a team that can contend for a championship, Ryan. It's going to take some time, and you know, certainly they don't have the experience together that some of the other championship favorites do, but they've got the pieces.
Michaela Timpson making her WNBA debut. The 19th pick of this year's draft. The Fever were just tickled that she lasted till 19. And nothing but rave reviews out of camp about Timpson. As Duntis, gets the roll.
Tamiris Duntis, another piece. She has not practiced a lot during the preseason, but she's going to assume a bigger role as the year goes on as well.
Van Lith plays it in on a nice take. How about Van Lith? How do you kind of see her pro career evolving, Rebecca?
Well, I think it's going to take some time, but everyone has always raved about what kind of a competitor
Haley
she
is fucking terrible on
we've
defense.
seen some good minutes from her here.
Goodness.
We saw some good minutes from her in the preseason as well. Going to learn a lot from Courtney Vandersloot as the year goes on.
And how about Chicago as a team and what might be on their minds coming out of this game and looking ahead to the rest of this 2025 season?
Well, they want to play with a lot more pace, and they want to have space on the floor created by their three-point shooters, and today they just struggled mightily from three.
All the girls walk around
6
and
of
say they're the
27
best.
from the three-point line. They're going to need to find better efficiency. When they do, that's going to open up a lot more opportunities for Cardoso and REESE, although REESE kind of picking up where she left off a year ago with 17 boards. A bunch of them coming on the offensive end.
Look at
12
that bench.
points as well.
Sad.
As REESE, who had the second most double-doubles in a season last year with 26, starts this season with a double-double.
7 of her boards on the offensive end.
Van Lith, little drop-off taken by Colson. Colson's third steal. Hall has 9 points, 9 boards. Timpson lays it in.
Let's go, Timpson!
Michaela Timpson with 4 points in her WNBA
Nah,
debut.
Reese took 14 shots. She looked terrible. I don't want to hear it, man.
Onyenwere leaves it short. Shot clock turned off. And the Fever will dribble this one out. A statement win in the season opener from the Indiana Fever. 93-58 the final. The largest season opening win in franchise history. A triple-double from Caitlin Clark. 19 points, 13 rebounds from Aaliyah Boston. Tawana Bonner moves into third on the all-time scoring list. And the Fever go 93-58. The final in this one. And Holly Rowe is with both Tawana Bonner and Caitlin Clark.
Well, Tawana Bonner, you made history today, moving into third place, passing a legendary player like Tina Thompson. What does that mean to you?
Oh, man, I'm just excited to be here with you.
All right, y'all, we're going to get the post game going real quick. 1 second. All right, y'all, we're gonna do the post game like this. I'm just gonna stay on live, and yeah, man, that's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. That's how we're gonna do it. Okay. So let's get this post game going real quick. Let me see. Let me turn you guys on the chat real quick. Boom. Let me see. Let's see. Hold on. Hey, man, appreciate you for the super chat. Let's get it. Let's turn up. Appreciate you. Twins be making. Yes, sir. Go Fever and CC. Yes, sir. Shout out to you, my guy. Thank you. Let's get it. All right, so let's get into the post game, man. Indiana Fever come out and ball out. You know, huge game from the team. Like I said, man, we're putting belt to ass early on the Chicago Sky. Pretty much blew them out the waters, 93-58. Pretty much almost gave them a 40 piece. And mind you, if we weren't trying to feed Tawana Bonner, which I respect 100%, she just moved up in the charts, but we spent about 3 minutes trying to feed her, we probably would have put up 100 points. Easy. Caitlin Clark, triple-double to start off the season. Easy. Aaliyah Boston coming out 8 for 12 from the field. Big time. 19 points. Huge, actually. Huge. And earlier, what I said is I want DB, Natasha Howard, Aaliyah Boston, Kelsey Mitchell, Caitlin Clark, all the starters to finish in double digits, and Aaliyah Boston was the only one that didn't. She won't shoot like that again. 2 for 9 from the field. No problem. I don't see her shooting like this again, right? Natasha Howard, she was pretty efficient. Shot 50% from the field as well. She was big. She was big on defense. She could rotate. I like what I saw from her. She's running. She's getting out in transition. The timing between her and Caitlin Clark will come. That's the timing will be there, man. Aaliyah Boston, 8 for 12, 66% from the field. She hit a big 3 as well. She was decent from the free throw line, 67% from the free throw line, 13 rebounds. So big time double-double for her, and finished with 19 points. That was big. Kelsey Mitchell, she was a little shaky, but she looked very well, man. She was out there, boom, hezzy, get to the basket. Very quick, too, very quick first step. Kelsey Mitchell in 29 minutes, 6 for 12 from the field, 50%, and finished with 15 points on the night. I like it. She had a point where she was 9 points, but I was like, she won't shoot like this again. No problem. Let's get her going. But she finished with 19. I'll take it. And Caitlin Clark, man, huge. 6 for 13 from the field, 46% from the field. Big time on the free throws, 100%. She shot 4 for 8, 50% from 3. 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Yep. Wow, that's big time. And she had 5 blocks and 2 steals. Woo! And 20 points. That's big, man. Lexi came in. Obviously, we had no Sophie today. Lexi came in and stepped up and did her part. Played well on defense. Just kind of being that overall player who's going to get around the ball and just make plays, man. Cutting to the basket, cutting on defensive rebounds and stuff like that. She had 3 offensive rebounds and 6 defensive rebounds. Finished the game with 9 rebounds, 2 steals as well. Bree Turner, she came in. She did her thing. Didn't contribute much, but defensively, she was there for sure. Tim got her first buckets, man. Shout out to Tim, our young rookie. Shout out to you. She actually scored 4 points, so she had 2 free throws and a bucket. Damaris Dante, she had a bucket as well. Sydney Colson, she had 2 points. But Sydney Colson, her defense when she came in the game, I was like, okay. Good defense from her. And just a good overall team presence, man. Just a very good overall team presence, in my opinion, man. Very well. Super excited about that. Super, super excited. So, happy to see that. And then, as far as the Chicago Sky, they got some work to do. They honestly got some work to do. The whole team pretty much finished in the negative. And Angel Reese, I mean, I thought we changed the game plan, Marsh. How did Angel Reese lead the team in field goal attempts? How? How did Angel Reese lead your team in field goal attempts? And she had 5 turnovers. She's not a point guard, bro. She's not a point guard. I'm sorry, but she's not. That little foul that happened with Caitlin Clark, that was nothing crazy. Little foul, which Angel Reese pushed off right before that. I mean, Angel, you're that big. There's no way you should be falling on the ground from a little foul like that from Caitlin Clark. Stop. Stop. Get your weight up. Stop. You're a center. Stop. Knock it off. And one thing I was telling Pope before the game started, I was like, I don't think the Chicago Sky could play that pick and roll game with AB and Caitlin Clark. No way. They're not athletic enough. Angel Reese is not there defensively. She's not a basketball. She's not here mentally when it comes to basketball. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know basketball like you guys think. On defense, she looks lost. She can't rotate. She can't switch. So I already knew AB was going to eat. She was going crazy down there. You can't play the pick and roll with us. The Chicago Sky, if you guys play defense like that, you guys are going to get killed. We should have put up 40 on you. 40 piece. Should have put up a 40 piece on you. Real talk. Real talk. So it took a little while. We were right there going back and forth, but then boom, we broke out and pretty much took over and dominated the game, bro. Dominated. So I definitely like what I saw from the girls. We're playing very good basketball already. Coach Stephanie White, after Caitlin Clark got her tee, Coach Stephanie White was not happy about it, and she was doing the right things. She was talking to the refs, and then also, there was a time where they called a foul on Kelsey Mitchell. We're like, bro, that's not a foul. Review. That's us. Good coach's challenge. I'll take it, right? So, I like what I saw. The energy in the building looked electric, and the fans were on fire. AB, she was very impressive to me. Obviously, we can't ignore Caitlin Clark's huge triple-double. I think that was big time. I was a little bit like, no way, she's not going to get put back in the game. You know, there's a point where she went down on the bench and she only had 9 points. 9 rebounds. And I'm like, bro, she needs one more rebound. Put her ass back in the game. And I think she went up and got talking to Coach Stephanie White. And Coach Stephanie White ended up putting her back in the game. Another thing I want to touch on is the fact that Caitlin Clark was aware that DeWanna Bonner needed 2 more points to move up on the scoring list. And she made it a priority in the huddle. She said, let's get DB a bucket right now. Let's get DeWanna Bonner a bucket right now. So I love that from her. That was big time. As far as Van Lith coming in the game, late in the game, got a little bucket on Clark. Caitlin Clark came down the court like, nah, hold on. You could tell, too, she was trying to give her work. Behind the back, Lith looked lost. Caitlin Clark barely missed a shot. But if she would have made that, bro, crowd would have went crazy. But overall, like I said, this is what we want to do. What do we want to do with the first game? We want to set the tone. And the tone was set, baby. Set the tone. That's right. Put up a nice little, 35-point win, which really should have been a 40-point win. And this is what we do. You set the tone. Now the locker room, the energy, the chemistry, on to the next. Chicago Sky, you're not fucking with the Fever this year. You might get blown out all 5 games, if I'm being honest with you. You guys can't rotate on defense with us. You can't shoot the ball like us. You can't drive to the basket like us. You run in a girl who's not a point guard at the point guard position. How does a non-point guard lead your team in turnovers? Wow. Wow. And then she had 14 attempts. How is Angel Reese leading your team in field goal attempts? I'm completely lost on that. I'm lost, bro. I don't get it. Then you had an Ariel Atkins. What happened to Rebecca Allen in the second half? Rebecca Allen, you were doing all that shit, hitting all those big-time shots in the first half. What happened? You finished the game with 7 points? You just did cardio the second half, huh? Wow. Rachel Bandham, she's not playing enough. You guys need to get her more looks. I don't know why why did it take Van Lith 1 minute left in the game to come in the game? That makes no sense. So, Coach Marsh, you're talking like you this big coach. What's going on here? Kia Nurse, you didn't do nothing. You gave us 4 points. I don't know, bro. Man, let's get back to the Fever. So, as far as the Fever goes, I'm excited. I like what I saw. It was a big-time game, man. I am going to switch over. We're going to do a post-game live on the Pope's channel. I will leave the link down below as well. What do you guys think about the game? I guess we could talk about it over there, but this is my take on it. First game of the year, Indiana Fever. This is not even a test because Chicago Sky, they're not on that level that we are on or we're trying to compete with. They're not there. And it was proven today. So all of that talk you guys were talking, Chicago Sky fans, belt to ass. Again. So not sure what the excuse is going to be this time, but the Indiana Fever just put belt to ass. So that's what I got for you guys, man. I appreciate you guys for watching. Anybody who pulled up to the live, anybody who supported the channel, anybody who's commented, man, it's all love. I appreciate you guys. I will drop the link because I'm going to post a video from this live, but I'm going to post a link to the Pope's page. That's where we're going to be doing a live show at right now in about 5 to 10 minutes. So catch us over there. I appreciate you guys, man, once again. And I'm out.